started our trip from Bangalore to Colombo. It was 1.5 hour flight. While you're exiting Colombo airport, you'll see a lot of private taxi booths. I would recommend going out straight and booking a taxi via PickMe, or you can negotiate for one ride outside. Then we made a quick stop to have some parathas and samosa. I also got a local sim simply because it was much more convenient and cheaper. And then we were headed to Kandy, which was a 3-hour long drive. We ended up doing nothing on this day because it got really late, so we just had dinner and called it a day.
Day 2, day 1 है कल हमारा traveling day था.
Day 1 and हम लोग पता नहीं कहाँ जा रहे हैं. हमारी taxi के लिए आए हैं.
Very random.
Yeah, let's see. I'm gonna do a quick room tour. We came here last night, so as you can see the state of the room. That's the washroom and it ends here. Hello. And this is the balcony. I think the view is quite nice, to be honest, from this place, but I wouldn't fully recommend it. The services weren't that great. ये घर भी टूटे जा रहा है from everywhere, but I think for the price we paid, it's pretty nice. But yeah, wouldn't recommend. After this, we checked out, had a quick breakfast, and headed to Ambuluwava temple, if I'm getting the pronunciation right. Now, this place was straight out of a film. It looked like a beautiful castle and the weather was like really cloudy and misty, which just added to its beauty. Now, climbing up these stairs could be scary for someone who's scared of heights, but it was honestly worth it. After this, we took a quick coffee break. The coffee shop was actually right next to the tower. And then luckily, the mist cleared up, so it just looked even more beautiful. So we went back to just relax there for a bit before we headed out for kayaking. The drive to the kayaking spot was another 1.5 hours, and there you really need to bargain. Depends on how good your skills are, because they usually quote you like a 3x or 4x of the actual price. From the kayaking, we actually also headed out for canoeing, but we got really late because it got like really late in the evening. So would recommend keeping out approximately 4 hours if you want to do the entire activity, or you could just do kayaking for an hour. From here we headed back pretty soon because it got really dark, and even on our way back it was raining quite heavily, so it was honestly a very scary journey for the two of us. Because of the rain, we reached our homestay at around 11 p.m. but the hosts were actually waiting for us with a really yummy dinner spread. After having dinner, we just slept. We were actually here for the Adams Peak trek, which is beautiful by the way, but we couldn't do it because it kept raining the entire night. So we directly headed out for Ella, which was our next stop. Now from Nalathaiya, we took a tuk-tuk to Hatto railway station. Now the views on our way were just breathtaking. There were waterfalls, there were tea gardens, beautiful lakes. It was insane. So I wish we had more time to spend here. We were at Hatto station and ready for the most famous train ride to Ella, which was honestly very beautiful, and you'll see more of it soon. Hi, we're now at Hatton railway station and idhar se we're going to Ella. You can get your tickets on Sri Lanka ka government website. They have the railway website, right, where you can book it. It's actually quite cheap, so it will cost you around 200 to 300 Sri Lankan rupees. But in case the tickets are sold out, you can buy them from 12 Go Asia, which is like a third-party vendor. So you'll have to pay like 2.5x or 2x of the price. Otherwise, if you've done nothing, you can still come here and get tickets, but then you won't get a reserved seat. And I'm not sure how that turns out, so we'll find out. But we've already booked our seat so that we have a place to sit. It's a 5 hours journey, and we're now walking to our hostel, which is Rockview Hostel. It's 500 meters from the station, so we're just gonna walk. After checking in, we headed out for dinner. Ella has some really nice Italian and local cafes that you could enjoy. You could also enjoy some roti, which is a really famous dessert there. Now next day, early morning, we left for Nine Arch Bridge, which is a very famous spot. It's also one of the examples of what colonial era railway construction looked like in Sri Lanka. There are trains crossing this bridge starting at 6:30 a.m. and then at 9:30. We went there at 6:30 to avoid the crowd and then left for Dialuma waterfalls. This place is not as famous as Ravan waterfalls, but was definitely more beautiful, and you should keep approximately 6 hours to visit this place from Ella. We're now going towards the mini waterfall, which is the bottom of the waterfall. We were right now at the top, and this is what the way looks like. We're in our swimsuits, of course. Hi.
For my vlog. We're going for.
And then we took a taxi from Ella to Mirissa, and it was beach time. It happens all the time, but I'm just so happy, and he's driving really fast. We'll probably cover this distance in like 3 hours instead of 4.5
And we've
hours.
been waiting for this day since last 3 days to just reach the beach.
Yeah, those are Himanshi's lingerie on display. And then we checked into our B&B called Birdhouse, which was supposed to be a close to nature experience, but it was too close to nature.
Yeah, it feels really bad.
By this time, we were really tired, so we went to Mirissa Beach to have some drinks and our dinner. Now, how it works there is that there are 7 to 8 beach clubs, and every day, like, the main party is at one of them. So you can just go there, ask where the party is, and you'll figure out the club that you want to go to. It was pretty nice. They had fireworks. You're sitting right next to the water, so the shore is right there. Quite nice to enjoy and just have a relaxed evening. 7 a.m. and we're up again. We're off to surfing, so it should be fun. But look at the way. This is what we have to cross. We crossed that huge puddle, which was like a lake, but we're off to surfing. We're going to Veligama to surf, and like one lesson is costing us 4,500 Sri Lankan rupees. Yeah, and it's going to be a 3-hour session. There's going to be a tuk-tuk which will take us from Mirissa to Veligama. We'll surf there, come back to Mirissa. So we surfed with Chuti's Surf School. Our experience was really great, so you should definitely check them out. Now again, I don't have clips from our surfing experience because our GoPro stopped working. After surfing, we were of course really hungry and tired, so we went to this local restaurant recommended by our homestay owner to us, and then shopped a little. There are really cute concept stores at Mirissa and some touristy places that you could go to and buy these souvenirs from. And then we checked into our new place because Birdhouse didn't suit us, and this was honestly a steal deal. It was so beautiful, and the rate was unbelievable. Next up, we went to Coconut Tree Hill, which is again a very famous spot. You can enjoy the sunset from here, or you could go to some nice beach cafes or clubs nearby and watch the sunset from there, sip on a few drinks and enjoy the swings there. We were at Sea Star. From here we went to Malina to have some pizza, really great pizzas, and then we again went back to the beach clubs and called it a night. Next day, we started our morning by going to Turtle Bay Beach. We also noticed a few swings on our way, so of course we couldn't have missed them. And then we went back to the beach for snorkeling. We got back from the Turtle Beach. That's the place where you can go snorkel and see big size turtles. You can rent a snorkel gear there itself. It's around 500 Sri Lankan rupees, 3 to 500 Sri Lankan rupees. I already had mine, so I carried it. I spent 30 to 45 minutes looking for turtles. I could spot some baby turtles, but not really like big turtles. So then we took help of the guy who was renting out these snorkel guys, and within 5 minutes he could spot 5. I mean, I saw this really huge 2 to 3 feet turtle which passed right under me. It was insane. I've never seen something like that before. So would highly recommend. They charge you around 1,000 Sri Lankan rupees to help guide you underwater. Now we're back, taking a shower. We'll head out for brunch and then figure out whether we go to Unawatuna or Hikkaduwa. We'll be surfing tomorrow, but still trying to figure out which city is better to live in. For lunch, we went to this place called Mom's Spices. She also organizes cooking classes. So if you want to learn how to cook local Sri Lankan food, you could register. And the food was, by the way, yum. After that, we took a tuk-tuk to Unawatuna. And the way to Unawatuna was so scenic. We're in Unawatuna. We reached here 20 minutes ago, but we didn't have a stay. So we were walking around Yadamulla Road, which is the most popular road, I think, and finally found a place. And it's quite decent. We have a balcony for a change and a big room. But yeah, we're gonna go sleep now. After our nap, we got ready and left for Unawatuna beach, which was walking distance from our place. We saw a beautiful sunset and then started looking for diving schools. This is how you bargain in Sri Lanka.
You can hold it. Okay. Hold it.
Now on day 6th, we didn't do much. We went to Galle to get the GoPro repaired, but it didn't work out. However, you can go to the city, visit the lighthouse and a few other attractions. And then we came back to Unawatuna, went and had brunch at this place called Koha Surfview, which was, by the way, one of our favorite places in Unawatuna. And then went back to the beach, swam with these cute, adorable dogs who were really good at swimming. And after that, we went, had some Mexican food at Hideout Cafe, again a really great place, followed by some shopping. So there's some really nice shops, especially if you want to buy silver jewelry. So we did that and then called it a night quite early, because next day morning we had to wake up early for diving. That's me having a banana for breakfast, because ideally you shouldn't eat something heavy before your dive. Then we filled a consent form, followed by watching a bunch of videos, and left for diving. Now the thing is, the weather wasn't that great. It was raining, so visibility underwater was quite poor, but the instructor told us it improves December onwards. But I still had a lot of fun. I mean, it was a great experience, quite incredible, and I definitely want to do a longer course. Mansha, how was your diving experience? No, it's this. After diving, we were really hungry, so we went to this place called Skinny Tom's and had appam there. I hope that's what they're called. And oh my god, it's a must try. You shouldn't miss it. How are you feeling about the trip ending?
I wanted to do scuba in better waters.
It was quite muddy, but we'll hopefully catch. Yeah. Yeah, we're hoping to catch an expressway bus from Unawatuna. We left for Colombo, which was also our last stop. We took a 4 p.m. expressway bus from Galle to Kaduvela. After reaching Kaduvela, we changed to a local bus to Colombo, which was again 1.5 hour long. Now for easier commute, you can of course take a direct taxi, but we wanted to try a more budget-friendly option. And then we checked in to our hostel called City Rest Fort, which was right in center of the city, so the location was quite good, and then left for Ministry of Crab. Now for this restaurant, you should make a reservation at least 15 to 20 days in advance, because it's usually booked out and is super famous for its crab. Then we went to Uncle's Bar, and the drinks here were were so good, probably like the best drinks we had in Sri Lanka. From here we headed to Sopranos, which is a local karaoke place. So the songs are also mostly local Sri Lankan songs and a few English songs. And then we went to W Lounge, which honestly you can skip. And then we went to sleep. Next day early morning we left from Fort to Colombo Airport. Just a bonus tip: when you're traveling from Colombo Airport, grab something to eat instead of buying from Burger King, because it's terrible and it's very expensive. Like there's nothing in the veggie burger. And that's a wrap to my Sri Lanka trip. I hope you enjoyed watching this, and if you did, like, share and subscribe.